Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Above the Ring and your Money in the Bank and NXT Heatwave post show. I am your host tonight, man behind the Twitter of Above the Ring. My name is Scott. And of course, with me, as always, my WWE counterpart, the man in black, Ethan. Sam,
Hi
not with
guys. Hi guys.
I'm going to try calling him the learning tree from now on. He's no longer the man in black. He is now the learning tree.
I would like to
Sam,
be called Man in Black, not.
no, I know. Sam not with us tonight. He is on assignment. But we had one hell of a wrestling weekend. Both
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
both WWE and NXT showing up and showing out like they normally do. Between both cards, only 11 matches. So this should be a quick show. That's always a good thing. Talk about great wrestling. Who knows? Actually, this may be a long show because we have a lot to talk about and a lot of good stuff that happened this past weekend. So, Ethan, let's kick this off with Money in the Bank, which happened this past Saturday. Our first match, Money in the Bank for the men's side to kick things off. We had Drew McIntyre becoming Mr. Money in the Bank like he prophesized, defeating Andrade, Carmelo Hayes, Chad Gable, Jey Uso, and LA Knight.
Yeah. Sorry.
I enjoyed this match. My problem is I don't feel like Drew needed to win this. And there was a lot of heat on this whole match after Drew won because I think 99% of the people knew what was going to happen next and what was going to transpire, and the Money in the Bank briefcase effectively was just wasted. And I know that's half the fun of trying to see when are they going to cash in. But I enjoyed it overall. There were some ridiculous spots. I believe Carmelo Hayes almost died a few times thanks to Andrade, I believe, if I remember correctly. I'm surprised we got no interference
Me too.
from anybody. I was really like, there was a few times I think Chad was up going after the briefcase. Like it was a perfect time for the lights to go out or some shit. I mean, he did take a nasty face plant after holding onto the briefcase.
He could have won that though. I mean, literally just grabbed the briefcase and fall.
True. I'm still waiting for somebody to actually do that one day. I know AJ Styles is another one that did that. It
Dana
just
Brooke.
completely just and yep.
Sorry, Ash by arrogance now.
Well, but in her former life, she was Dana Brooke. Yeah, but so yeah, I enjoyed it, but I just feel like it was the wrong winner. What do you think, Ethan?
Yeah. This was excellent. Chad, honestly, for my MVP for this match, Chad Gable
Yes.
and Andrade. Gable literally could not start suplexing everybody. Ran out of people, so he suplexed a ladder to Andrade. That's payback for Andrade leg dropping him on the springboard leg drop while Gable did the Minoru Suzuki armbar to Drew McIntyre on the ladder. And then Carmelo, like you said, Carmelo almost died a few times, like the Spanish fly on the ladder.
Yes.
Ouch. That looked, was it? I was like, holy shit. And then Jey Uso spearing Gable after Gable basically ate shit on the mat.
Yep.
LA Knight taking a back bump. We both got that wrong, by the way, who was going for the ladder. We started making extra joking extra points who's going for each ladder. We'll get to the women's because I was right on that one.
Yep.
This was, I mean, Drew McIntyre, fuck. Did Jey Uso own him money the way he fucking biffed that ladder in this? No.
Well, I mean,
mine.
if we're going storyline purposes, it makes sense that Drew would have a little extra, I don't know, a little extra oomph in his throwing ability towards Jey Uso.
My briefcase.
Pretty much.
By the way, Drew roasting everybody on SmackDown with his actually Gabe was the only one who got a pass because he's like, I feel sorry. And Gabe was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then Jey, I thought he roasted Jey the most because he's like, how'd you get across the border?
I know.
I was like, damn. But I mean, to be fair, it's a fair question.
It is. It is.
Anybody who knows Canadian law, obviously with DUIs and
yep.
stuff. Well, I mean, Jeff Hardy got. I mean, we'll get to Jacob Fatu because obviously, if you know his story, you know. But I really enjoy this one. I gave this one a 9. By the way, all 5 matches record. Scott finally got this prediction right. Yeah, Ethan picks.
It's crazy, yeah. Like we were looking over this card, I'm like, these have the potential to be all Ethan picks, and lo and behold, they were.
But if I had to rate them in order, like 1 to 5, I'll do it for Heatwave too. This one is actually its second favorite match of mine for the night.
Okay.
You could probably guess what the first one would be. We'll get to
Yeah,
that after.
We'll get to that.
But this was really fun. I mean, like I was actually surprised. Like Scott, you were saying, Scott, I was surprised no one interfered because I was waiting for Logan Paul to show up.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for Y6 to show up. I'm glad Punk didn't interfere in this one. Like we'll get spoiler. We'll get the world title match later. But this was too predictable in a good way. Like you said, honestly, I don't. Even though I picked Drew to win, I kind of wish it was like Chad or Carmelo.
Yeah, somebody in the mid card. Like that's the thing. Like at least for me, like I like Money in the Bank because it should be won by mid carders who are ready to take that next step. And when you give it to somebody who's so established, like Drew, like I felt the same way when Cena won. I felt the same way when Brock won. And it's just like these people don't need this.
Oh yeah, Cena won in 2012. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and it's like part of me wonders though if he was supposed to win because he smashed Big Show over the head with it, and then the clippings broke.
Oh yeah,
and his face looks so surprised. So I was like, oh, was that him not supposed to win, but now he won because it's broken and he's holding on to the briefcase?
Oops.
Oh well.
Oops.
But I mean, it is what it is.
That's why they do the hanging clothesline thingy now.
Yep. Because it just shattered right off of Big Show's head, which I mean, I guess makes sense.
I think I read some of that. I think they were supposed. I think Cena was supposed to win anyway, but I think they did the finish early.
Oh yeah, because it broke.
I read it. Like there was a bunch. Like one report said that like Cena was originally supposed to win, but they did the finish early. Then I read somewhere else that he wasn't supposed to win. He was supposed to be. I forget who they said. Somebody else, because that was the All-Star one where it was all former WWE champions.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Which, by the way, not gonna lie, that was kind of dumb, but whatever.
Yeah.
That was back then. That was they were doing the world title and the WWE title briefcases, which honestly I didn't really understand.
Yeah, you have the one. That's the fun part. Now they could show up on either brand, challenge whoever they want, type of thing.
I thought the 2 was overkill, but that's just
absolutely.
I thought it was like the world title, and it's like okay, I get like because at that time the brands weren't even split.
Right.
Quotation. But honestly, I seen some people say Jey Uso should have won. Honestly, he does not need the briefcase either.
He didn't. I mean, only reason why, like, if you guys watch the pick show, you know how long I struggled to pick who to win, because I'm just like, I didn't think Jay needed it either. But it's
5 minutes.
I know. Like, I felt bad because I don't like dead air when we do these podcasts, but it's like, it was difficult. Like, it was like, I felt like, the people who needed this were Andrade, Carmelo, Chad, and LA Knight. And even LA Knight's close to that range where he really doesn't even need it anymore because he's going to be doing stuff with Logan Paul probably for SummerSlam for the US title.
Good.
So I know, right? Like I thought this would have been great for Chad, and then you could throw the whole Wyatt 6 thing into it after the fact and just torment the shit out of him, and just I don't know, figure out a way to have Uncle Howdy win it instead. Like who knows? But no, I mean they went with Drew obviously to push the storyline, and we'll talk about that in 2 matches, and we'll have our discussion. But whatever. It is what it is. It was a good match. 16 minutes, 30 seconds.
Holy shit, it went that long.
It honestly felt like it was quick, to be honest with you. With these Money in the Banks, I always expect them to go at least 20. But no,
most of them do. Most of them do.
Even the women's didn't.
A lot of the matches on the show went between 13 and essentially I think that went 25 or close to 25.
Yep, which kind of makes sense. But yeah, so our second match, Sami Zayn defeating Braun Breaker to retain his Intercontinental Championship. I don't understand the reasoning behind this. I don't. To be 100%, I don't understand the reasoning. And to have him win clean over Braun with how they've been building Braun up.
Yeah, that threw me off guard.
did not expect it. I'm glad they didn't do a squash, like, because I jokingly said that on the pick show that
That was your hot take, yeah.
Braun would win in like 3 minutes flat and stuff like that. But I'm really surprised they didn't give it to Braun. I figured this would have been a great time for him to be a champion, like, because he's just steamrolled through everything. Like, even in NXT, like, I thought this was the next logical step. Maybe this is just the beginning of their program, because obviously Braun did not look very happy at the end, and he might have been hurt too. I don't know. Nothing serious, because they would have reported it by now, but I know he was getting wrapped up after the fact. I think he hurt his knee, I think.
Oh, off that clothesline from the apron to the...
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know how the fuck he does that.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that I question how he can actually do it. But yeah, no, it's just, again, the match was great, but I just felt like it was the wrong person that won. And again, this is not a slide on Sami. I love Sami Zayn. I've always loved Sami Zayn. He's done a great job as IC champ, but I just felt like this might have been it. Should have been time to give the new blood his run and have Sami do something else. But whatever.
Yeah, I like Sami too. I'm not trying to kick him when he wasn't really down, but he does not really need Intercontinental. Like, honestly, I can see him being a world heavyweight. I don't really see him being like the undisputed, whatever the fuck they're calling that title, the Cody title.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just really. I actually thought Braun was good. I picked Sami. By the way, I'm glad. Woohoo! Why the Canadians?
Yeah, points wise, yes, I know.
You were pretty much eliminated point wise.
Yeah, I was done. I think I said, I went 0-2 the first two matches. I'm like, well, I'm done.
My night is over. But like, bro, like I love the overhead shot where he runs bolt.
Yes.
Sorry, not he fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. He sonicked his way around.
I like how they did the spot on Raw just without Braun. Like, he caught himself. So
yeah.
I fell for it once.
Yep. But I like that too.
I was expecting Lubick actually to come out, to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah, but
or Sheamus.
See, I don't know about. I think if Kaiser would have come out, then I think Sheamus would have come out, because they have the problems. But Kaiser has the rib injuries or the broken ribs, so maybe
that's right. Yeah,
maybe they don't actually want him to. I've never had broken ribs, but I can only imagine that it's probably not the least painful thing in the world. So
I have friends who broke. They said it the first day or two it sucks to breathe. Well, it hurts.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, crack ribs right here. It's like
Yep.
Thank God I never broke my rib. I bruised them, but that's the worst I think I ever.
Yeah, I've bruised them too, like playing football in high school, but I've never had them broken. But yeah, it's no fun.
But I enjoyed it. I guess when. Oh yeah, that's not. I guess when Braun Breaker fucking his speed bullet. I'm calling it the speed bullet. Jesus Christ. I love how Michael, by the way, he's like, he goes 23 miles an hour. But do you got a speed pedometer on you or something?
Well, I think they actually did
23 hours. Go.
I think they actually did though. Like, he was just running the ropes. I don't know if it was at the Performance Center or somewhere, but that's a legit number. Like, it's not like just made up. Like, he actually was clocked it going 23 miles per hour running the ropes, and it's just like, that's insanity, especially for a man his size. But
yeah, beef.
Yes, the beef.
I think he takes it. It's honestly, if they are going to do the 4-way, which I kind of hope they do, between Sheamus, you know what's funny? The Intercontinental, it's literally an international match, because you got Sami from Canada,
yep,
Lubick's from Germany, Sheamus from Art. This sounds like a bad joke waiting to write that. So Canadian, American, an Irish guy, and a German guy all walk into a bar. Well, Sheamus actually would walk into a bar, but that's not the point. Yeah. But like, anyway, you take the back. For all four of those could have a match, which I actually thought that'd be pretty. Kaiser needs a title in the future.
This could, if they have that at SummerSlam, this could be the time when Kaiser wins it,
or Braun,
yeah.
Oh shit. Well, but we'll get to SummerSlam and.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a few weeks, because that's coming up real quick too.
That's beginning of August, right?
Yes.
Holy fuck.
But we have more. We have shows before that. We got Slammiversary coming up too. the very end of at the end of
And
July.
12 July 20th to be Pacific.
Yep. So we got plenty of time before we get to SummerSlam. But our third match, where things got a little interesting, it was for the World Heavyweight Championship, which started as a one-on-one contest, turned into a triple threat match because Drew McIntyre decided this was the time to cash in while the match was going on, and while Damian Priest, and while Damian Priest forgot to kick out.
Poor Priest.
Yeah, that was that. I don't want to dwell on it because they're humans. This stuff happens. I'll be 100% honest. When I was watching it, I didn't hear the first count either because of how loud and how ridiculous things were. So when he just randomly stopped, I'm like, why is he stopping it like before he gets to 2? And then I'm just like, oh wait, no, he was going for 3, and Damian just didn't kick out. Oops, that sucks.
Oops, I don't really blame them or the ref either. Because I think they were trying to wait for. I think he was waiting for Drew's music to hit, like 1, 2, do.
Right. But I mean, the music was like 10 seconds late. I was just like, what the hell? But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Drew obviously cashing in, like, I don't know what, a half an hour after he went. After he actually not even that, like 25 minutes after he wins, he comes to cash in and gets screwed over by CM Punk yet again.
Punk's like, fuck you. Now, I've seen people saying, like, Punk was an idiot because technically, I mean, he should have let Drew win the world title and then, like, basically win at Summers. But honestly, I don't really want Drew. But honestly, those who don't really need the world title on their feet, they don't.
100% they do not.
I'll be honest, this might be hard. They didn't need to bring the briefcase into this either, honestly.
No, we talked about that at the beginning. Drew did not need to win this. Like the best part about Money in the Bank is trying to figure out when they're going to cash in, do the teases, do everything else. But they didn't. They just kind of just let it get squandered this year. And that's sad. I know Damian Priest held on to it for like forever and a day. Like it got to the point where we almost forgot he was Mr. Money in the Bank or Senor in the Bank because he just never did anything with it after the first couple of months. But to just do that, to go to the complete opposite side and have it be completely wasted in 25 minutes is like, well, shit. But Priest retains his championship. And because even though Seth Rollins was not the one who was pinned, Seth can now no longer challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship while Priest is champion.
It'll be a whole 4 weeks. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, that's possible too. Yes, we know because Gunther is waiting in the wings.
Gunther.
But the funny thing of it is, out of this whole thing, with Drew now being, well, we'll talk about that actually afterwards. Seth realizing that he had lost, sees Punk sitting on the commentary table, and he comes around and he's grilling this man. Like, if looks can kill, I think Punk would have died 14 times. If we're now going to have a little program between the two of them, while things happen with Drew, which we'll talk about after after we cover the shows, maybe we have a small little program with Punk and Seth going into SummerSlam.
They were supposed to before WrestleMania.
That's very true. So we'll see. Could be the time for some fun. I have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. So, Ethan, what do you think of this match?
8 out of 10. Oh, I forgot to mention the Intercontinental match is my number 3. I'm going to put this as number 4. Just not really the referee's fault, but that kind of that botch kind of took it out for me a little bit.
Understandable.
It was so fun, like, for the Drew and Punk stuff. I see a lot of people like bitching about like the whole like it's one. I mean, Kane's done it. Dean Ambrose at the time did it. Bailey's done it.
Yep.
Alexa Bliss. I was like, wait, who's the other one? Alexa Bliss, Bailey, Drew McIntyre, Kane, Ambrose. I saw Michael said somebody else. Liv Morgan.
That's right. Yep.
Wow, I can't wait. I forgot. Yeah, she did that on Rousey. So on the what? Well, I should have tied now. 3 men, 3 each. So.
Yep.
Honestly, I didn't really mind him catching the same night, but like I said, they did not need to add this briefcase. I
No.
mean, but I wish Drew won the world title, but in a way, I'm glad he didn't. I mean, he should have at least one reign with the fans in front of him, like an actual reign, not the 5 minute bullshit.
Right.
Which, but I'm glad Punk came back though. Because Drew beat the shit out of him in
In
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah.
In Chicago. Look, that's 2 countries now that Punk fucked him over in. Scotland and Canada.
Yep.
Now I seen someone or somebody was talking. I can't remember who it was now, but they said Rollins might be the special guest referee for the Drew Punk match if they want, or do a triple threat. But honestly, I'd rather see Punk and McIntyre first, and then
Yes. 100%. They need to settle their problems before we even do anything else. Or if we're going to lead into a triple threat,
Bad Blood.
you can Bad Blood's in October. That was also something that was announced during the show, which I'm very excited about. I'm also like in a little bit of shock that it's been 24 years, I believe, since the last Bad Blood.
Oh,
Which
2004.
it was something like I don't know, it was something like that. Or no, it's been 20. I don't know. It was longer than 2 decades, and I was just like, I'm sorry, what? Because for me, I always remember Bad Blood as being the introduction of Kane, the Hell in a Cell with Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker, and I've always loved just the name Bad Blood. Always just sounded like really badass, and especially in wrestling and fit, it was perfect. And then it just kind of disappeared.
So 2004 was the last one. So over 20 years.
It has been 20 years. Yeah, that's insane.
This October is literally the 4th annual Bad Blood, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah, because it was only 97, 98, 99. Oh,
no, 97 and then 03 and 04.
Oh yeah, because that was also in your house too.
The first one was yeah.
That wasn't an official pay-per-view. It was the in your house Bad Blood. That's right. That's right. That's crazy.
I thought they did more too. I thought they did like 5 or 6. To be honest, I forgot they.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty decently long or long running pay-per-view name, but whatever. I'm glad it's back.
In Cody's hometown, figured.
True. All right. So 4th match, the women's Money in the Bank match. For me, this was much better than the men's.
I agree.
I shouldn't say much, but it was better than the men's. This was my favorite match of the night. This was just absolutely batshit crazy. I don't know how Zoe Stark is alive for multiple reasons. I love how she tweeted like afterwards. I think like a few hours later, like just like I'm alive GIF on Twitter, and it gave me a good chuckle. But yeah, but yes, it is Tiffy time. She is your new women's or Miss Money in the Bank. We had Chelsea Green going back to her TNA days, flying off ladders into double tables. It was just this was absolutely insanity. I loved it so much, and I love that the women are just going balls to the wall with this stuff. It was great. I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Banger. 9 out of 10 for me. By the way, first of 2 women's 9 out of 10s on this weekend. We'll get to Heatwave. That's the other one. Mm-hmm. This was great. I mean, when Tiffany pushed Chelsea up the ladder and she was taunting me, grab it. Me and Scott need this.
I know, right?
We need this win. Stop taunting. I mean, Zoe Stark. I mean, I don't know how she doesn't have a concussion when she was trying to do that. What was it, like a springboard into the ring senton thing?
Yeah, like the twisting senton she does when she uses her knees on the top rope and she flips. Yeah, she
missed.
She didn't technically miss. She did hit her opponent, but she also hit her head on the back of a ladder.
Ouch.
Not good. And then the Michinoku driver from EO on Zoe almost threw a ladder. That was insane.
EO's way she was down. She was like holding her butt / back.
I don't blame her.
I don't know why I was waiting for the my hole. I don't know why I was waiting for my whole moment. I don't know why.
That's solely a Nia Jax thing, and that never needs to be said ever again by anybody.
Oh, come on.
That was just insane.
But and all kidding aside, this was. I mean, I'm glad Io didn't win in a way just because she's going to Marigold actually Saturday. The wrestle Utami
Right.
Hayashishita. That same day, AJ's going to Japan to face and Noah to face Marufuji. And two different sides of Japan. So watch out for those Ethan picks. Bangers.
Yeah.
But like, and plus she won it last. She don't really need it. I get well because I thought she was gonna win the weight because like Michael Cole kept saying, "Oh, she'll be the first 2-time back-to-back versus CM."
You're right. Yeah, they kept saying it. So part of me was just like, "Is they really gonna do it?" But it was that lovely red herring. It just didn't happen. But they really pushed it, which is, I was smart. I like that because it throws people off the trail.
I love
But
how
go ahead.
I love how the beginning of the match I was like briefcase.
I know. Chelsea is so extra. It's not even. It is. Well, I should say it's not even funny. It is fucking hilarious. I love everything that she does. It's just gold. She is definitely a throwback to, the Divas era and the good side of the Divas era. And it's just, I hope that she's able to win a singles championship just so she can bedazzle it or something and do something ridiculous to the title. Bring back the Divas title for like a day. I don't know, something, just something funny because it's Chelsea and that's what she does.
That was and then Dion Pretty on the ladder bridge. And then by the way, did you see the video where like she was doing the ladder on this side was like tilting and Tiffany's like in the corner going like fix.
Yep.
That could have been horrible bad if that.
Yeah, there were a few times where it's like these ladders are not steady. They need to be replaced quickly. Yeah.
Someone hang on to it so that we don't need broken. I mean, like I said, I'm surprised Zoe doesn't have a concussion just where she hit her head off the ladder. I was like, ow. I even got a headache from it. I didn't even get hit with a ladder. I'm like, ow.
Yeah.
Chelsea I'm so glad though she covered her head because I feel like if that ladder was like any closer, or she would have went closer, her head was like that far from the barricade. I was like,
yeah.
Am I gonna witness a death?
It would have been bad. I also do like that the tables broke slower, which was kind of awkward. I really hadn't seen that.
It just went like,
yeah, I know. I'm used to like tables exploding when somebody from high up falls through them. This is just like crunch. Oh, okay, a soft landing, kind of.
But it was funny though, because like when they were setting them up, like they literally had it against the second one against the barricade.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the crowd told them to push him or somebody or Chelsea like, okay, actually don't push it up a little bit.
Yeah, because that you need that buffer just in case you go a little long. You don't want to smash your neck against the barricade
because if you were
forgiving.
If you were leaving the tables like that, though, you always have to go like this, like sideways kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm glad they pushed it because like this, I was like, all right, I guess someone's getting her neck injured tonight.
Pretty much.
But I call it Chelsea Green. I said as a joke of watch Green's going for the tables because honestly I thought it was gonna be Io. I don't, and some of the angles I saw like in the crowd, like the green shirt guy, but the green shirt guy was wearing a white shirt. What is going on?
Well, there was a thing. Apparently, WWE had told the audience to wear white because they wanted to do a whiteout. I guess that's a Toronto thing. I guess I don't know. But when I saw that, I was like, green shirt guy is wearing a white shirt to honor that. I thought that was really cool.
No, but nobody. I don't think nobody got.
Half the crowd didn't do it. I was like, you had one job, guys.
Well, they had the white towels, so the Winnipeg Jets thing because they had the white towels, so I'll give them kind of a pass.
Yeah,
but
I know.
White shirt guy was like, or green shirt guy's like, I'm wearing white. I'm like, I don't know who you are anymore.
I know.
Put your green shirt back on. Everybody saw that too. They're like, what happened to a green shirt guy? He turned heel. I saw, and the guy's like, I just got told to wear white. Don't blame me. See? I just started laughing. I'm like, see, but he had a good angle too because like obviously people know where he sits, right? I mean, I'm not gonna expect you. We all heard the theories. I'm not gonna
like. I need to know what this man does for work. Like, or like, did he win the lottery? Like 8,000 times.
Are you blackmailing somebody or
like seriously? Like my God! Like I don't think I've ever seen this man off center ever at a show that he's at.
Sorry,
he's always there every single time.
It's like, are you? Do you have family in WWE? Because like I mean, can I just lie and say you're my family member? So
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a bucket list for me is to sit next to green shirt guy at a WWE show. I don't know. I mean, seriously, like maybe I'll be that
Him
rich
and
one day.
Vlad. That'd be my top two. Him and Vlad. Or Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, come on. You saw him. You seen Jesus.
Yes.
He was on a cruise ship since and think, whoa, that's the thought since I've never seen 2024 on a Jericho cruise. If people seen the picture, you know what I'm talking about. I don't need the religious people coming after me. Thank you very. By the way, Chelsea Green MVP.
Yeah. Oh God. Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
I will mention.
100%.
I will mention. You know what? Fuck it. Sam's best friend, Zoe.
The Daniel Bryan of the women's division, as you like to call her. So.
Well, so I thought she almost grabbed it too, because like she had it, like because she started hooking from the hook, and I don't know if she's like, oh shit, like early or what. Then she's like, fuck it, make it a shoot, win it. But I'm like, wait. Then I'm like, no. I don't want Sam having a point. No.
Part of me thought what they might have done was because it was her and Io that were up there fighting for it, correct?
Yeah.
I thought that maybe they would have unhooked it and dropped it. And then Chelsea, who was in the ring on the floor, would have grabbed it. And she would have won that way. Because they're fighting over the briefcase and the briefcase falls. And Chelsea just grabs it and wins. I thought that would have been a screwy finish that would have been funny.
That one I'm not a big fan of screwy money like the James Owens rule, but that's whatever. But that one, like the Chelsea Green one, I actually would not. But that one would have made sense though, because like that's Chelsea's character. Like
correct. That's what I mean. Like it fits the character. So I thought it would have been. I thought it would have worked well.
She did say she would cash on TNA. She did win.
That would have been funny too.
If you know, you know. Pepper Farms for members.
Oh my God.
But this was my match of the night. I actually like this a little better than I like both Money in the Banks, but I say number one women's, number two men's, and then the Intercontinental is number three. I put the World Title match honestly at number 4, and then Maven. Spoiler.
Yes, our main event was the Bloodline 2.0, the new Bloodline, whatever you want to call them. Soul Sequoia.
Bloodline Wolfpack.
There you go. Bloodline Wolfpack. Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga taking on Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. Bloodline getting the victory. I think everybody and their mother called how this was going to end. Solo pins, Cody Rhodes. Obviously now leading towards SummerSlam, where they're going to have their one-on-one match. Will this be the moment when Roman returns? Who knows, especially after what they did to Paul Heyman recently on SmackDown, triple powerbombing him through the table. And we're not going to see him for quite a while. So who knows? But yeah, this match was 24 minutes, 40 seconds. And I feel like while it was good, this was definitely great for Jacob Fatu, especially after taking the rope DDT from Randy and then selling it for a few seconds and then shaking it off because Samoans' heads are indestructible.
Yes.
And then he's just like, hello. And Randy's like, oh, shit. I thought that was a cool moment.
The arc, and he's like,
yeah.
Fuck.
Yep. I think Jacob Fatu is going to do huge things. I don't know how old he is, but if he's around for 5 years, he might be a multi-time heavyweight champion by then. He just screams superstar.
All right, Scott, take a guess how old he is.
He's probably in his late 30s.
32.
Wow, he's in his early 30s. He's got a decade.
With 7 kids.
God bless his wife. God damn. He's got a decade probably if he wants to go that full time. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. I love to hear that. I'm glad he's not that old. Yeah, he's easily going to be a leading star, a superstar at WWE, probably in 2-3 years.
You're goddamn right. He's going to be. What a star! If you haven't seen him in MLW and Indies, what a fucking talent! And he paid homage to Jeff Hardy by what the
the Whisper in the Wind. Yeah,
he's like, you're not winning, Cody. I'm gonna throw my ass at you.
Ridiculous.
Poor Jason Aries, man. He got his ass. He got squashed like twice.
Twice. Yeah.
I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Ref bump.
Ref bump.
Which we all knew was coming at some point because that's what happens with these things.
I love how Kevin Owens threw a fucking prime ball at Jacob Fatu, the big plot. Stay down.
Yep.
And by the way, Tonga Loa, stop fucking up. Jesus Christ.
Smashing his head against the back of the commentary table.
Now, to his defense, I will give him a little bit. He hit his head off the table, so he might have been a little loopy, so I'll give him a little pass. But come on. And he punches Bro in the head.
The low blow to Kevin Owens while he was trying to deliver like the
package pile driver,
like shoulder breaker, whatever they try to do. I know they're kind of teasing him actually doing the package pile driver, and I hope that one day he's able to actually do it. I'm gonna pop so hard when he does it.
Me too.
But the fact that he botched the first one, and then he punched his brother in the head at the second one, and I'm just like, oh.
Literally, he went, oh shit, boop, and then like, because I saw the close-up video, and Tom was like, ow.
Punched him square to the top of the head.
Like, bro, what did he do to you?
Collateral damage.
But I felt bad for it because Cody is tope suicide, and like he hit his head. I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so it was a thud too. It wasn't like a little love tap. Like this was a wham. And I'm like, oh shit.
I mean, he's got a tongue and Sashmo head, so he probably didn't feel
right. So yeah, you're right. That's true. It's probably like the smallest of love taps for him. But yeah, that's true. But for us,
he probably has a headache now.
Us mere mortals who aren't Samoan, that could like crack a skull. But for him, it's like a love tap. It's fine.
Yeah, hit your head table. I got a headache.
Yeah. Table's like shattered in the back behind him. He's like, oh, that kind of messed up my hair a little bit.
Oh, my head. We did call Cody getting pinned though.
Yeah. I mean, you could see it coming from a mile away because they need to do something for SummerSlam, and obviously Cody needs a challenger. And at the last pay-per-view, you had Solo come out with the rest of the Bloodline to attack Cody after he defended and defeated Logan Paul. KO and Randy came out to his rescue. So I was like, all right, we're gonna have a 6-man match at some point. Ended up being a Money in the Bank. Perfect timing now. Cody gets pinned by Solo. Here's your world heavyweight, or here's your undisputed WWE championship match at SummerSlam. So, but overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this premium live event.
No pay-per-views.
I know.
Don't. We don't need the IWC going after you. It's PLEs. You know what? Go fuck yourselves. It's the same thing, just on streaming services.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna start calling pay-per-views. Let's bring that back.
Well, there you go. Although I did realize that TNA actually now calls them premium live events too. So I'm like,
Well, I mean, they are filming on TNA Plus, so I mean,
it makes sense.
It's TNA Plus per view.
I like it.
No, guys, it's PVU. Shut the fuck up.
But yes, Money in the Bank in the books. A really good pay-per-view. Really
8 out of 10 for me. Actually, sorry, 9 out of 10 for me.
Very good. I will agree with that. That's a good rating. But that was only half the weekend. Sunday,
Part 2.
NXT Heatwave, also from Toronto. 6 matches on the card, equally as ridiculous. Such good stuff.
Good shit.
It was good shit. Our only kickoff show, or kickoff match, was the Canadian ladies from Toronto, Carmen Petrovich and Ariana Grace, taking on and defeating JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. I'm not going to lie, I'm surprised. I did not expect the hometown girls to get the win. I figured with how Ariana is, she would have done something to screw over Carmen. Lo and behold, that actually happens after the match in the back with Ava. So now they have a one-on-one match on NXT, which is fine. I guess that makes sense.
On Come Tuesday. In the words of Von Wagner. Come Tuesday.
Oh, Von Wagner. Yes, come Tuesday. The match was all right. I mean, it was good. It's nice to see, all four ladies getting, their time to shine on the show. I'm interested to see what happens between Carmen and Ariana. Both are like budding stars. Like I feel like they both need a little bit more seasoning, and then they're both going to do really well in the future. Carmen's come a long way, especially since her beginning. I thought her stuff with Natty was actually really good for her. I'm kind of sad that it's not continuing, or I don't know if Natty's hurt or something, but
Her contract was up.
Natty's?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so she's on free agency.
Is she really now? Wow.
Put her in TNA or Stardom.
I've missed a lot of shit. Wow.
You did.
This is what happens when I have other things outside of wrestling that I have to pay attention to.
Here's our third co-host for right now.
Yeah.
It's the Peppers. Hershey gone wild.
but that's very interesting to know. All right, that's good.
But this was it was there for me. The pre-show match. Honestly, I almost forgot it was on. To be honest with you, I was like, "Oh crap, it's on." Because I didn't watch the Money in the Bank pre-show because there was no matches.
It was 2 hours of talking and video packages. That's really what it was.
Oh, cool. So I didn't miss a thing.
No, you didn't miss a damn thing. Nope.
I just want a 5 out of 10. Like it was just there for me. Like
yeah,
this was basically. I was like, "Yay, Team Canada!" By the way, Canadians did really good over this weekend.
They did.
I'll get to Ethan Page later because I'm gonna brag.
Yes.
All right. Ego, yo, all ego,
Oh, keep your ego in check for the moment. You can let it go at the main event.
I know.
So actually, before all of this, we took too far.
Oh crap! We've got the post show.
We took too far of a step here. Rewind it back just a tad. Drew McIntyre on the post show goes absolutely batshit crazy. Starts screaming into the camera, telling Punk he knows where his family lives.
Oh God.
And then the refs show up and he's throwing refs around, and then Adam Pearce comes out of nowhere and he gets an elbow to the back of the head. And Adam Pearce sold it beautifully too, by the way. I was like, yeah, let's go. Wade Barrett had to get off the commentary to come pull him away, and Drew ends up getting suspended indefinitely, fined multiple times because he decided to keep talking on Twitter.
You fall, bitch.
Yes, he calls Pierce a incompetent bald bitch, I believe. It's quite hilarious.
If we're doing dumpies for the half year dumpy wars, Drew McIntyre wins social media of the year.
Oh God, it's so good. Him and Dijak were just like the 1-2 punch when it came to just trolling people, ratio.
The NXT side, Dijak would have got the NXT side.
Yep.
Right quick, sorry, Scott. It's why I see the funny me with Baron and Drew. It's like when the chill friend calms down the hot-headed friend. Anyway, it's like, you're gonna get fired. Your career's gonna be done if you stop. And then Drew's like, fine.
Yep. Part of me though,
Pierce versus Drew confirmed.
Oh my God. Part of me just wants to see Wade Barrett just like level CM Punk for Drew, just to see him get back in the ring, because I've always been a Wade Barrett fan. I know he kind of had.
I got some bad news.
I mean, his bad news Barrett was his best gimmick by far.
Oh God, yeah.
The Nexus was great when it was a thing, and part of me still feels like if you want to really kind of pull that forward, Barrett can use the fact that Punk kicked him out of the Nexus and took over as part of the storyline. Wade kind of talked about how the issues between Punk and McIntyre started when McIntyre first was in the company, like way back when. So I'm like, all right, there's some deep-rooted seeds here for problems between the two of them.
Drew did bring that up too a couple of times at the early stages. I think it was like the after Survivor Series. But also Bear did get fined for his comments at Clash of the Castle too.
Correct. And I like the fact that he said, I have nothing really more to say about this. I really can't because I got reprimanded the last time and I'm not doing this again. And then he still found a way to sneak some stuff in when Big E was talking, which I thought was really cool. I just like what they're doing. Like this is the type of soap opera shit that I love about professional wrestling. It's just they bring in old animosities, whether it's actually legitimate or not, and they're just using it for storyline purpose, or if this is legit beef between Drew and CM Punk.
Beef.
So who knows? It's very entertaining to watch unfold. So I'm very excited to see what happens next. Like for this and the Wyatt stuff, it just I can't enjoy it more than I am right now. Like this is probably outside of like the high end of the Attitude Era, this is probably my favorite time in wrestling right now with WWE stuff. At least it's just every week I can't wait to watch it. I may not be able to watch it live, but it's like this is so much fun. I can't wait to see what thing they do next.
Oh yeah, it's like a Big E too, like doing the old new. I'm like, oh,
That's true. Yeah, he did the old New Day introduction, which I thought was really nice.
I felt bad for him because he was pretty much in a half-empty arena. I'm like, oh, poor Big E.
I mean, that's true, but that was during the pre-show, so people were still filing in.
Michael Cole got a hug at the kickoff show, by the way.
Oh my god.
I saw that quick because Triple H. So basically, people were like, "What the fuck? What do you mean Michael got a hug?" So Triple H brought a little girl. I think her name was like Josie or something. I think she was like a #1 fan or so. I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw like that last clip and then the hug. And he was gonna like, all right, go down there, not in the room. Just like, all right, gotta keep going, kind of thing. And she's like, before I go, can I hug Michael? And Triple H's like, who wants to hug Michael Cole? Michael's like, yeah, I get a hug.
I know the clip you're talking about. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but that's funny.
I laughed at that part. He's like, who wants to hug Michael Cole? And Michael's like, dude. Triple H still picking on him 27 years later.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to. It's just, but that's the fun part about the whole thing is that everything just feels so much more relaxed.
I still laugh for the first match with Triple H did commentary, and Mojo's beside Triple H is on this side and Mojo's on the other side. He's like, you want to get hype? Yeah, Michael, let's get hype. And he's just pushing him, and then he's like filming him the next. Yeah, get hype. Michael's like, oh god, oh my god.
Yep.
But we also forgot with the John Cena stuff.
That is true. See, this is what happens. We keep going on the show. We forget all the things that happen. John Cena is retiring, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoops.
It's insane. He's going to go through 2025, going to try to do 30 to 40 shows.
Yeah.
And retire in December of 25. So he'll do the Rumble. He'll do Elimination Chamber. He'll do WrestleMania 41 in Vegas. And then he'll do everything else after. Well, everything. But he'll do stuff afterwards. And then he's gone. It's insane. It's like I've watched the man's entire WWE career from start and it'll be to finish. And it's like the amount of greatness that is actually going to be leaving the ring forever is like, it's crazy. Like, do I think he needs title 17? No. Let him stay tied with Flair. We all know Charlotte's eventually going to break that championship title anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to another U.S. title open challenge run from Cena again. I thought that was really fun. Probably some of his best work towards the end of his career. It has been like, I don't know, almost 6 years now since he's won a match. So I'd like to see that change at some point.
Well, he did win at the last match of 2022. It was him and KO against the Bloodline, Sami and Roman, and then all right, I feel like singles wise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like singles match.
Oh, sorry.
He hasn't won a singles match in like this will be close to 6 years now, which is kind of funny.
It's fine.
I know it's seen. It is what it is. But he even mentioned it during the post show, like when he did his interview. I also love the fact that he hijacked it and kind of took 18 more questions after the fact.
That's right.
including one stupid one about Vince McMahon, and Cena just owned it completely. He's just like, I want to talk about the future, not the past. I'm like, yes, fuck you. Aha. We don't care.
I know who the reporter was, and I respect. Like I do respect him. I'm not gonna give him crap. But he's actually one of the best. What if people know who I'm talking about? You know, I respect. I'm not gonna say anything because, yeah, I got too much respect for him.
But it doesn't matter. You don't need to ask that question anymore. That part of the WWE is gone. Yes, I understand that Cena's whole career was wrapped around Vince McMahon. I get it. But this is past that era now. You don't need to ask that question. It's been asked already, and he even said, "Go back and find it. You'll find it somewhere." I had my thoughts on it. You don't need to beat the dead horse. It's already dead, like the Simpsons meme. It's already dead.
Stop! He's already dead.
Let it go. It is what it is. Move on. It was a waste of a question. Get out of here. But so 2025 is the last year we're gonna have Cena around, and it's gonna be sad.
Man, everybody I watched growing up's fucking retiring. Jesus Christ.
That's what happens when you get older.
Who's next, Orton? I don't want to throw on the universe. I'm sorry.
I mean, probably AJ next, and then Orton probably after that. But
yeah, that's now. What color suits you gonna wear? If it's any color, if it's any beige or blue suits, I'm not believing it.
At this point, I trust nobody in a suit in WWE anymore. Nobody.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. See, Alistair's gonna retire the jorts one that side. He's gonna come on.
That's right. That's right.
I'm like, I don't believe you. You talk in your jorts, I'll believe you're retiring.
Yep.
You wear a blue or red suit, I'm not believing you.
What he needs to do, whenever he goes into the Hall of Fame, which they haven't announced when it's going to happen, he needs to come out in a suit and tie, but the suit needs to be a tearaway suit, and he needs to have his jorts underneath. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. But that's years down the road. Triple H even mentioned it during the post show that Cena, when he's ready, they'll devote Hall of Fame time for him. I feel like The Rock's in the same boat when it comes to that too.
I can see if I had to, like, if we're making, let's just say he's going next year, just pretend, I can see either Randy Orton or CM Punk and ducking him.
That's true. That is another question. We don't know who would be the one. You know who also could be a good pick for that?
Adam Copeland.
Yes. Will they do it?
Probably not. Oh, you were AEW? Yeah, no. Bye.
Yeah. But I mean, they had Billy Gunn that one time, so who knows? Who knows?
Oh, sorry. The Pissant Company.
That's right. So
you brought Billy Gunn up. I had to, sorry.
No, I know. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But that Cena's actual like retirement is the end of next year when he goes into the Hall of Fame, to be determined. But it's gonna be an emotional event whenever that happens.
I'm not ready.
Me either, seriously. But all right, let's bring it back to NXT Heatwave. Sorry for the tangent, everybody, but you know those things were important and they needed to be talked about.
I kind of forgot about. Oh, by the way, we gotta mention one more thing. We acknowledge Trish Stratus.
Well, of course, we have to say thank you, Trish, always for being the host of Money in the Bank.
Greatest Canadian female wrestler of all time. That is the longest. I think Wout. I don't even know.
I don't know. When you said it to me, I was like trying to decipher it. I'm like, greatest women's wrestler, maybe. And then you typed it out. I was like, all right, that's okay. All right.
You're like, yeah, because I was like, oh, I should probably put what I mean by that. Yeah. And I was like, greatest.
I kind of got some of it, but yeah, I was a little confused by parts of it. And then when you typed it out for me, I was like, all right, I got you. But
now back to Heatwave for the third time.
Third time's a charm. Our first opening match of the night. I thought for me, this one could have been
a banger.
Well, I mean, it was a banger, but for me, it might have been my second favorite match of the night. Obafemi defeating Wesley to retain his North American Championship. This match was exactly what I expected Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn to be. Sami fighting for his life like Wesley did. Oba just absolutely just dominating him strength-wise like Braun should have. It was so good. I loved this match so much. Oba looked like an absolute beast, and Wesley now can no longer challenge for the North American Championship as long as Obafemi is champion. What this means for Wesley going forward, don't know. Will he be thrust into the North American Championship, or will thrust into the actual NXT Championship? Maybe. We've got some stories to talk about that later on in the show. But for me, yeah, this was a great match. This was the second longest match of the night, 16 minutes, 19 seconds.
This is my fourth favorite match.
Wow. Okay.
7 out of 10. Well, the other three, you know what the other three are, but
Yes.
this one. By the way, Wesley in backstage said that on Tuesday he's going to know his future. Do you see a little rascals in your future?
Maybe. I mean,
fuck it, one night only. Come on.
I mean, that's true, but the problem is those rascals over there are heels. Do we get a Wesley heel turn now?
Yes, he needs to be heel.
If he goes turned into a bad guy, this could be a lot of fun. I would be very interested.
When he said, "How do you take my future?" I'm like, rascals?
Maybe.
By the way, spoiler. I will spoil this for a quick second. If you don't want to hear, skip like 10 seconds. We had Charlie Dempsey and Miles Bourne at TN and Taylor High technically because he's part of no quarter catch crew.
No quarter catch crew. Yep.
I can never get their group name. Can you like shorten this?
NQCC.
Okay, that's better. NQCC. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, because he interfered in a Trey Miguel match.
Yes.
With Leon Slayer on spoiler TNA. I know I'm spoiler, but people already see it. Anyway, and then they had a match with the Rascals and Kushida on a future episode of TNA. So I mean, oh wait, actually they already taped it. So okay, they were in Philadelphia. They did 2 nights, but maybe the next tapings we see a little Wesley.
Possibly.
But I thought this match was great. Obafemi's just a goddamn beast. He poured Warlow and did an F10.
Yes.
And Wesley just went, wee. I thought
insane. Like the height he got before he slammed down to the mat. Holy Christ.
You spin me, baby. I was like, holy shit. That's like a Darby Allin like type spin move. I thought Wesley had it with the cardiac kick where I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, the first one, he hit him pretty good. There were moments where I was like, is Oba gonna lose this title? I also realized at the end Oba was gassed, like completely gassed at the end. And it's just like this man got put through the ringer and he still came out and looked great. But I could tell he was gassed.
He was like, oh my God. Because Wesley is, he's like a cruiserweight and he's just like, boing, boing. We'll get to Javon. Speaking of boing, boings, we'll get Javon Evans later because bouncy. I was like, brother, take a. Poor Oba's like, oh crap. So he's like, you know what? I'm sitting on the mat. Stay down.
Yep.
But Oba's great. I mean, I know I said in the past that he shouldn't have won until like his 5th match in, but you know what? That's whatever. They want to push a new generation. But
honestly, though, he hasn't had a bad match yet.
No.
So
I think my favorite from him, sorry, it's got to be to keep cutting you off.
Fine.
It's the Stand-Alone match with Dijak and Josh Briggs.
That was a phenomenal match. I actually got to see that live, and that was great.
I still say Dijak should have won that, but
I agree, 100%. But that's a whole nother story that still saddens me to this day. But
Dijak, right quick, he's in Beyond Wrestling, Scott. So you're pretty close to him.
I know. I've watched him in Beyond way before, like, long time ago, like before he was even ever signed to NXT way back in the day. So I am fully aware, and it's great. I like that he's gone back. You know, even though he lives in Orlando, still I think. Unless he's moved already.
I think he said in this interview, I think he when he was in NXT, I think he went back and forth between Florida and New Hampshire.
Yeah. So I mean, he's in his home area, so that's fine. People love him around there, and if I'm ever down that way to see my folks, and there's a show, I'll probably find my way there. It'll be nice.
Every Thursday.
I mean, that's true. But I'm normally at home on a Thursday because, work.
Work. Sorry.
I know. Except unlike Rihanna, we have some women who actually put in some work in this next matchup.
Boom!
You like that? Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruka for the NXT Women's North American Championship. This match for me, my favorite match of the night. I loved this match so much. The future is so bright for the women's division in NXT and the WWE. Like both of these women and Obafemi also out of the Next in Line program that NXT is doing, and it's fantastic. People were comparing this match to the Will Ospreay and Ricochet match
Yes.
from New Japan. They even had a side by side where they effectively did almost the same thing, except the Superman or the Spider-Man poses at the end. It's the only thing they didn't end up doing, which is fine. I mean, you've seen that type of like the flipping and like the cartwheeling out of people have done that move before. So I mean, it's not like, oh my god, it's fantastic. Because they're flipping around. But these two women did everything during the match that was just, yeah, it was just great to see. Like I said, great performances by both women. They're already stars, and their future is just so bright. And I'm very excited to see where both of them go, especially with Kalani being champion. Soul's going to be champion multiple times over in NXT and definitely the main roster once she gets called up. I think Soul right now actually shouldn't have even bothered with the North American title. She should go right for the NXT Women's Championship. I would not be surprised if maybe not the next person for the current champion, but maybe the second one after that would be the next choice to go after. So we'll see. But yeah, this match was only a hair over 11 minutes and 37 seconds. That's how long it was. So short, but it felt like it went forever, but in the best way possible.
Yes. I thought this went like 20 minutes. Not gonna lie. In a good way.
Yeah.
Well, it's time for Men in Black call out some people. Dave Meltzer, Brian Allen West. What the fuck, you fucking hypocrites. Dave, you literally gave, I don't know why I'm pointing my wall, but just follow me for a second. You literally gave Will Ospreay's first circlet 5.52 stars. It was that, don't get me wrong. But they do flippy shit, and you're like, 5 star. In the Tokyo Dome, you'd be giving it fucking 7 stars. But this match, 2 and 1/4 stars. Like, really? It was too cartwheely and too flippy do. Go fuck yourselves. It was a great match. You guys are a bunch of old fucks.
They're both athletic women. They were both doing gymnastics stuff to begin with. That was their college, their sport, their extracurricular activities in college. So of course they're gonna do flippy shit. They're gonna do cartwheels. They're gonna do stuff that's reminiscent of their gymnastic days.
The 450 clothesline.
That was insanity. Like, I'm like, why is she doing a 450? And while Kalani's standing, oh my god, she turned into a clothesline. Like, that's the most extra move I've ever seen. But it was so good.
It was a 450 buckshot lariat.
Right? Oh my god.
I thought, if she makes her second move, I would not. That was actually pretty badass.
Yeah.
So Roka's gonna be women's champ. Like I get Dave Meltzer. He's been around the wrestling biz. Like, I kind of respect his shit. Whatever. He's old. But like, I'm sorry, but like, if you're giving like Ray Phoenix and stuff 5 star, like 4 or 5 stars, why? And then you're gonna let's just be honest. He's sleep with AEW. There, I said it.
Well, I know he's been in bed with them for a very long time, and it is what it is. But no, that match was far better than a 2 1/4 star or whatever bullshit they gave him.
This was a 9. This was my match of the night.
Yeah, so there you go. I fully acknowledge the Ethan picks than I do Dave Meltzer's bullshit. So forget that crap. After that, we had probably for me one of my most entertaining matches of the night. It was for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Nathan Frazier and Axiom defeating Chase University of Andre Chase and Duke Hudson to retain their titles. I thought this was a lot of fun. I love the fact that they're still doing the little the little dance between Axiom and Nathan Frazier, with Nathan Frazier trying to do everything under the sun when it comes to championship stuff. That's not just the titles. Axiom just kind of like being chill, like, dude, we're tag team champions. Why aren't you, fully engrossed in that? Fridge just shows up like a half hour before the show starts, and he's just like, I'm fully locked in. I'm here. What's the game plan? What? It's funny. Like, whenever they do eventually lose the titles, the feud that's going to happen between the two of them is going to be a lot of fun to watch. I know that, like, before they were a tag team, they had this friendly rivalry. I feel like we're going to go the opposite direction this time. You might get Axiom going heel. He might even return to A-Kid. Oops, spoiler. Who knows? But I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun to watch that tag team implode and turn into probably some of the best matches you'll see. You want to talk about flippy shit? Those two are going to go absolutely nuts, and it's going to be great to see. But this match, I enjoyed a lot. I've always been a big fan of Chase U. I also like that they finally have different colored Chase U shirts. It's a small little thing, but it still matters. You get Chase doing his whole, spelling out Chase U. Exactly. Yeah, that's always a highlight. You have Duke Hudson doing his best American Dream reference with the elbows. It's just a lot of fun. I always enjoy this. I'd hope that Chase U would win and they would start leading to the implosion of the tag team, even though I picked Axiom and Nathan Frazier to win. But we'll see what happens next. Obviously, what's next for Chase U, we'll see. Ridge not being there and not showing up was a bit of a surprise, but I don't know if that's a legitimate reason why he couldn't be there. Because we talked about the stuff with Jay Uso and with Jacob Fatu and stuff like that. So I don't know if maybe they just couldn't get Ridge over for whatever reason. Who knows?
Probably visa or something, yeah. But
maybe that's true.
This was actually my third favorite match of the show. 8 out of 10. This fucking. At first it was okay, a little slow, but I thought for me it picked up like towards the last half.
Yep.
I thought there was a few times I was like, oh shit. No, I can't go to. I'm undefeated streak still on the attack here.
Yep.
It was literally little joke. Our point. It was literally me and Sam literally going like head to head.
Pretty much
into the women's top match, which.
Yep. Which was next.
But this was a great matchup for the tag team match. Yep. Now, oh, by the way, right quick, Frazier and Axiom should go to TNA and face ABC, or ABC comes to NXT.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Book it, Sean. Book it.
Do it. Man's been cooking. Let him keep going.
Frazier, put the Exhibition title. How about Exhibition title shot against Mustafa Ali?
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Ooh. Have Mustafa Ali come back? Ooh. Or if he doesn't want to come back, have Nathan go over there. So that'll work.
I mean, hey, there was an open challenge. Jordan Grace has been doing them. I would like to say of the Exhibition address, and then ta-da, Nathan Frazier shows up.
We'll see.
I mean, he's fast as fuck, boy.
Oh God.
Now we go to the women's title match.
Yes. Roxanne Perez.
God damn it.
Thank God. Retains her women's title against Lola Vice. This match was ridiculous. Just 5 pop rocks, or as Ethan likes to call it, 4.5.
Oh, come on. It was 4.5.
Because the fourth one was a little rough. And it's funny because just watching like the reactions on Twitter and how a lot of people were saying the fifth one was actually, it made it like the botch made it better because Roxanne's like, no, I'm not winning this on because of this stupid thing. I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to hit you with the 5th pop rocks and get the 1, 2, 3. It's just, yeah. It was a very good showing by Lola Vice, but I'm glad she didn't win. I don't think it's her time yet for that. She should be going after, the the women's North American title. I'm not trying to yawn here. It's just yikes. A little tired. But yeah. Good match. But I'm glad Roxanne's still the champ. Her being obsessed with this title is one of my favorite things in NXT. So I'm interested to see who's next.
This was my favorite match of the show. This was the 6 out of 10. Not just because I lost the prediction, but I was just trying to be different. Honestly, the little Vice story kind of like what she told on NXT kind of changed my pick. But I should have known it was Rocks. Honestly, the 5 pop rocks were completely unnecessary.
Absolutely.
Honestly, it should have been off the table and then one more in the ring and then done. It should not have been fucking 5.
I know.
But that's just nitpicking. But it was fun. Honestly, Roxy's losing that to Julia.
Right. Yeah. Like if Julia hadn't gotten hurt overseas, I feel like she would have already made her debut. And this could have been the match with Roxanne. This one right here.
Yep.
But it wasn't. Whether she debuts Tuesday or in a couple of weeks, who knows? I don't know where she is in her recovery process, but
So she's still on the injury list, but she's doing like at Marigold. She's still kind of like there, but not wrestling. Just like
she just has a presence on the show.
Yeah, but she is wrestling actually, ironically, on Saturday as well. Gets another NXT Align Saray.
Oh, all right.
The same show that Io Sky and Utami are wrestling. So if you don't hear from him from Saturday, you know why.
Ethan's very excited for this upcoming weekend. It's gonna be a good time.
You're goddamn right, I am, Scott. But like, I mean, it was a good match. Don't get me wrong. Honestly, when Roxanne first turned heel, I couldn't take her seriously. To be honest with you, I still kind of can't. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good for a character that she turned heel. Like, I like it a lot better than I did at first. Like, I had to get like kind of. I just find sometimes like some of the mannerisms she's doing, it's almost like your little sister is like trying to be mean, but it's kind of funny.
I understand where you're going with that. It's I can see that. You're right. I think she's just a really nice person in real life, and she's trying to come off as being super mean. Like I feel like another person that's kind of in that vein, but I think might be a little bit farther advanced is Cora Jade.
Yeah,
Cora Jade's a really nice, nice person in real life, but she can be, a real bitch as a heel, and she makes it more believable. Like Roxanne, I believe is almost there, but I'm enjoying her heel run. If I remember correctly, I believe she was a heel at some point when she was ROH champion too.
yes.
So it's not the first time she's ever been a heel.
No.
So I'm enjoying what she's doing. I think she's obviously still got more that she's going to end up doing with it. Julia, like you said, is probably next. So we'll see. Or maybe not, depending on her injury status. And I mean, she said she's wrestling on Saturday, then maybe she's ready. So we'll see.
I hope so, because I'm actually gonna be sad. Insert the Timber Hero Ishii meme. I'm a sad man.
I'm sad. Write whatever you want about me today. I'm sad. Yep.
I suck. By the way, speaking of Ishii, he's unfortunate on the G1 this year.
Oh,
that's literally insert that real meme right now.
just sadness. Just
sadness. We'll talk about me and Sam. We'll talk about Rising Sun. That's actually come up on July 20th, the same day as anniversary. So wish me luck on that day too.
lot to go on. But
let's talk about this banger here. I get to brag on this match.
Yes. The egos are coming out now. Our main event, Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Championship. Mr. All Ego himself, Ethan Page, is
ego. Hey. Ego. Hey. Ego. Yeah, you did it. You didn't fail like the Oilers.
Wow. Oh, shout out to Edmonton.
I'm a lad. I'm Canadian. Well, Scott can't. If it's a Maple Leafs, then you get a pass.
Of course, because forget the Maple Leafs. But yes, Ethan Page defeating Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Sean Spears to win his first title in like month. I don't know what, month 1.5 maybe.
month and a half, 2 months, close to 2 months, something like that. I'm glad that he deserves it.
He does. The ending of this match was like cinema. And we talked about this before we recorded, but this was very reminiscent of Backlash 2007. So Trick Williams hits his trick shot on both Javon Evans and on no. He hit it on
Yeah,
Sean.
yeah.
Was it? I'm trying to remember if it was Evans and then Ethan, or if it was
So it was Spears first. He got down the ring.
That's right.
Then Javon Evans. Oh no. Okay, I know what. Fuck. So many matches. So Trick hit. He was trying to hit Paige, but Paige was away, and he hit Evans. So Spears collide. Hit Evans and Spears collide. So Spears gets off the apron. Then I think Javon fell over, and then Trick hits the trick shot on Paige.
Yep.
And then Paige fell backward, the trust fall.
Yep.
On Evans, and then when the referees count, Sean grabs him by the foot.
Yep.
And then
both Trick out of the ring, and you just see him. He's like, no. It was so funny.
The crowd went silent in a good way. They're like, "Oh shit, he won!"
Yeah.
I jumped up. I'm like, "Yeah, the Canadian."
Yep. Yeah.
Even though he had USA gear, but I forgive him.
I know, right? The ultimate heel move in Canada, saying he's a resident of the United States.
He had Canadian suit on first on the pre-show.
I know.
And everybody knows what the Canadian suit is. It's literally all denim.
Yep.
And then he came out. I was like, all right. And then who was it? Was it you shared the Twitter? Like, who was? Oh, Fightful. They're like, he literally turned his back on Canada.
Yes. Literally. Like, he was walking out backwards saying resident of USA. It was outstanding.
I also love that
in Canada.
I also love that Fake Joseph brought Alpha One Wrestling because that's legit Ethan Page's promotion.
Nice.
It's on YouTube, so you don't have to spend money, Scott. Don't worry.
I like to be a little frugal with these things. I don't have a lot of time.
Hey, now, I don't blame. Hey, now, me and you talk about Deadlock Pro Wrestling for like 20 minutes during Javon Evans. People are like, he's not world champion. Go watch his Deadlock Pro Wrestling shit. He was a great fucking champion.
Yep.
He's
only 20 years old and he's already in the main event scene. Like,
3 months in, I was like, holy fuck. Yep. That's a second shot because remember he had that Ilya Dragunov match. Wait, was that for the title? Was that for the title?
No, it wasn't for the title. It was just he was just testing himself against the champion.
Oh yeah, because he was like, all right, open challenge, and then I love that by the way. Everybody started fighting.
Yeah, everyone was brawling out in front, and he just came out of nowhere and got
bouncy. I will say, like, my only nitpick about this match when Sean Spears hit the C4 up the middle rope.
Yes.
And then Paige tried to steal the win. I was like, oh yeah, all right. I started telling you, let's fucking go. Yep. And then he kicked out too. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded so much if like somebody broke it up, like if Trick like broke up the pin.
Right.
But like off the middle rope, like, come on.
That's a classic heel move, though. Somebody else does the damage, you toss them out of the ring, you get the pin type of thing. I also love the fact that Sean Spears and Ethan Page shook hands and then did the eye poke. I popped so hard laughing my ass off to that. I love when a heel wrestler does something stupid like that, just an eye poke. Like Randy Orton does it from time to time. Ric Flair was notorious for it. And it's just, I love that stuff. It was so funny. So to see both of them do it to one another and then settle it the way they did was just, I loved it so much. But we talked about this reminiscent of Backlash, Backlash 2007. Same type of finish. You had Randy Orton trying to RKO John Cena. Cena pushes Randy into an incoming spear from Edge. Cena then hits the AA on Edge. Edge rolls out of the ring. Shawn Michaels then super kicks Cena, who falls onto Randy. And this was like the Shawn Michaels, I have no energy left super kick. So he kicks him and then falls the opposite direction. The ref notices like 8 minutes later that John Cena fell on Randy Orton.
Yeah, no, that was annoying.
And then goes for the pin, and Shawn at the last minute tries to dive in, but the ref already hits the 3 count. So they kind of did the same thing with Trick trying to crawl his way and Sean Spears pulling him out, being like, if I can't win the title, no, you're not going to retain it. Also, shout out to Trick Williams for the Harlem Heat inspired trunks.
That was dope. I did like that.
Awesome.
I didn't even notice that actually until Booker brought it up. I was like, oh, speaking of Booker, so before the show, I guess he ripped up a Joe Hendry sign.
Well, you say his name.
And he
appears because the final scene of Heatwave was the infamous gif of Joe Hendry turning his face around. So
he did tease it though, because on his Instagram, there was a bit. He took a picture. I think they're in the UK, like or some kind like Scotland or whatever. And he took a picture, and it literally on the back of the bill it says Heatwave. I was like, ooh, all right. But I mean, he has a story though. I mean, he was eliminated in that battle royal first.
Yep.
Well, okay, technically Ethan Page was, but whatever. Joe Hendry officially first one eliminated ironically by Frank Kazarian.
Yep.
And hey, he could be a two-time. It could be a two world champion, two different promotions. Because I mean, he's going for the TNA World Title anniversary.
That's correct.
And then, sorry, I had to. And then he could go after Ethan Page. I mean, Ethan Page is the next TNA guy. So, but Joe Hendry's, I did like my screen one. I was like, oh no, my TV's backed up again. And then Joe Hendry, I was like, oh shit, that was quick. It almost reminded like the Bray Wyatt like video.
Yeah, like the sudden thing at the end. Yeah, that's the funny part. Like when the pay-per-view had ended, I was in the middle of texting you and Sam, and then I saw out of the corner of my eye my screen go white, and I saw something turn, but I didn't catch it, and I was like, wait, was that Joe? So I went right to Twitter, and sure enough, within like seconds, half my timeline was all the Joe Hendry stuff, and I was like, ah! And of course, Peacock and its infinite ridiculousness wouldn't let me rewind, so I couldn't see it actually.
I don't have to worry about that.
But everybody and their mother had it on Twitter, so it didn't matter. So I was able to watch the last like 10 seconds over again.
Which was because it was showing Ethan Page like doing the cry thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. And then, but I love how Trick's like, I love when a champion gets or former champion gets pissed off. He's like, what the fuck? This is, and the referee's like, calm. And Trick's like, no.
Yep.
I mean, he did technically get screwed in a way.
True.
I mean, even though he kind of did it himself, but whatever. Because I mean, he hit Page and it paid. But I did call Javon Evans getting pinned though.
That's true. You did.
I did say it was gonna be trick shot and Page was gonna steal from him, but I was close.
You were.
I was close. But it was when Trick hit it to Page. Well, technically he did hit the Evans too, but whatever. I'll take half a point. But it was a fun match. I just went at 8 out of 10. This was my third favorite match of the show. At first, it was kind of like, all right, like, you know, 4 ways.
Yeah.
Guys did. But it was, I found towards live, like Javon Evans, by the way, what a fucking bump he took from the apron. I'm going to call it the Braun Breaker spot, but the table actually broke.
Yeah.
But the way he laid him, kind of, he let it go because like he went kind of for the table, and then he just felt like this way. I'm like, bro, you could at least land on the broken table.
Yep. Nope.
I'm just nitpicking, but by the way, that boy, he's bouncy. Yep. I love that spinning. I forget what he calls it. Vic had a name for it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like that spinning like Phoenix Splash.
Yes.
I was like, holy shit. I thought there was a few times I thought he had one. I'm like, you know what? I would not be mad if Javon won. Might be a little early, but fuck it. I mean, they gave Oba Femi the title at 5 matches in. So
true. It's very true.
And then Sean Spears with the C4. I thought he had it there a couple of times. He needs the title.
Yes. Everybody had a legit shot at actually winning this match, which always makes it more entertaining, because if you just have somebody who's kind of just there and never really gets a chance to win, it's kind of boring for that, you know, for that person. But everybody had their moment where they, oh my God, they can win. But yeah, I'm very happy for Ethan Page. He's been very he's been very underutilized everywhere he's gone. Since his tumultuous ending with TNA or Impact at the time, to being very misused in AEW. And then when he came to NXT, I was like, all right, I have hopes, not necessarily high because of what's happened to him so far on television that I've seen. We'll see what happens. And I'm very happy that he's now NXT champion. So we'll see. Obviously, I fully expect his feud with Trick to continue. Or is Trick going to have to go through Sean Spears first, because Sean effectively screwed him out of retaining his title?
I can see him doing it. I like Trick Williams, but his tolerance was kind of like in the middle for me, in a way. Like, it was good, but it wasn't like, oh, it was like fantastic. I mean, he had some good matches, don't get me wrong, but I could see him dealing with Spears from like, hey, you kind of caused me to. Well, sorry, not kind of. That was bad choice. Like, because I mean, Spears did block him from holding the title. So I mean,
yep.
I like it was 2 Canadians against 2 Americans. That's funny.
True.
And I love how in the ring steps at the beginning, they're like hitting each other, like Ethan Page, the heels, like, oh yeah, you show me up, bam, you do it, bam, and then they get in the ring and then the typical eye poke. I'm like, that was great. That was fun. Ethan Page, though, AEW fumbled him. I'm just gonna flat out say it. They
True.
fumbled.
100%.
Like, he was supposed to go after the TV title and Ring of Honor against Carl Fletcher. And then that, like, poof. I was like, what? Where did, and then, so that's why Lee Johnson got put in that match. I mean, I like Lee Johnson, but
I know.
still. It's just like, all right, did TK just pick a wheel? You get in the ring with Carl Fletcher.
Probably.
Yeah, okay. By the way, they had great matches, but I'm not trashing Lee Johnson. I'm just saying, no. It was just like, it was just weird because Ethan Page was like, I want the TV title. I'm winning. Did poof.
Yep.
Poof. Bye-bye.
It's all right. I think he's doing quite okay today. So,
but I don't get how all ex AW wrestling. Oh, it was chaos and the inmate to run the asylum there. I'm like, holy fuck! That's like the third time I heard this comment.
Yeah.
Frank Kazarian said it. Ethan Page. I forget who the third one was. We all know Ricky Starks probably gonna say when he fucking
yeah.
We all know he's going to WWE.
Oh yeah.
He's probably camping out in Stanford right now. Jokes. People. Wait for all the elite guy, all the elitists, not the group, the fans.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to EW still. Well, TK, fucking book him better.
Yeah, or book him at all for that matter.
Oh, sorry, yeah, book him. Yeah, book him fully.
But
now we gotta update the points.
That's neither here nor there. So, a very good weekend of WWE wrestling. But the more important things, at least for Ethan this weekend, are points. So, Ethan by himself was victorious for Money in the Bank.
By one. The signature one.
The signature one. So that gives him 4 points on the season. And for Heatwave, Ethan once again gets a point. So his 5th in the season. However, Sam tied with Ethan as well. So Sam now gets his 2nd point of the year. So Ethan right now has a commanding 5-3 lead over myself. Sam right behind me with 2. So I believe
ego.
All because of Ethan Page.
Ego.
Because it's funny enough, if Chuck Williams had retained, Sam would have clean sweeped.
He would be tied with me right now.
No, he would have been tied with me because he only had 1 point. So he
he would have
had 3, and then you would have had 4. So it would have been a lot closer. But still, I believe Slammiversary is next for us.
Yeah.
So obviously,
and then SummerSlam.
Yep. So then
Yeah, SummerSlam. Yeah, I forgot AEW doesn't pay in July. It's Blind Guides, but that's their special.
Yeah, it's their TV special. Like NXT's next special is the Great American Bash. But that's on a Tuesday. On Sci-Fi, correct, because of the Olympics. In the very early part of August. But that is it for us tonight. Obviously, if you don't already, please follow us on Twitter at Above the Ring. You can also follow us at media_bedlam. You can find myself as Scotty J Stream, Sam as the SLB official, and Ethan as wrestling_.
_9.
I know. Right. I'm not Sam, so I can't say it the correct way. So
that's fine.
I know. No, I know. I know what it is. I was just making the joke.
Dark
But obviously follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, especially. We're trying to grow our YouTube channel. This episode will be going out Tuesday. But yeah, most importantly, guys, thank you so much for listening as always. For myself and for the Man in Black, Ethan, don't forget to join the bedlam.
Thanks, guys.